Alright, I see I started. It's 9:30. I was going to do this a lot later because something came up. I may have had to do a delivery of all things at, well, maybe like 10:30. But, well, my sister came home from dinner, so now she can do that. 3-segment shiny. Okay. I got something serious to talk about today, but before that, let me just mention that since last time, I did mention I was gonna hunt this thing a couple times off screen, and I did. We got this one we got this one on screen last time, which I didn't even realize it has a mark. So since then, as you can see, I got 3 shinies. I have not checked out, I have not evolved them. So we're gonna evolve those first before anything else. Let's see what this mark is. Uncommon mark. Cool. So we have 3 to evolve. Funny story about this third one. I got this one earlier today. Today being the 18th of February, so you can see the dates I got these. I got these 2 yesterday, and I got this one earlier. I got a level 3 boost from this one. I literally got this shiny after the half-hour sandwich ended. Okay, so I need all 3 of these to be at level 25, I believe. So I think I need 17 of these used on each of them. So, yeah, I got something serious to talk about today. But before that, very little good news. Yesterday I got a shiny Baniri in Pokemon Go, and today I got a shiny Bergmite. And that's about it. That's about the only bit of good news that happened. Because the bad news far outweighs the good news. I'll get into that in a second. Let me just evolve these 3 first. Like, how bad is this bad news? Well, let's just say, currently, I am angry, I am stressed, I am paranoid, and I am ready to kill if I have to. I'll explain all that in a moment. Well, hope you guys are having... What level do they evolve? They have, from what I saw in Cerebi, they evolve at level 25, but they need to have battle experience. So these things have to be at level 25, and I need to battle for them to be quote-unquote evolved. Even though they're... I don't know, sometimes there's an evolution screen, sometimes there isn't. So for now, I just have to go... Oh, did I not change the name? Oops. I was in such a hurry, I guess I forgot to change the stream name. Whoops. Yeah, I did forget to change that. Okay, there, it should have been changed. I guess refresh. I was in such a hurry, I guess I forgot to do that. I'm so... Guys, let me just be honest with you guys. I am trying so hard to keep it together. You know, I had a rough night a couple nights ago, like really rough, like mentally really rough to the point I couldn't sleep. May or may not have started crying in bed, don't worry about that. I'm trying to keep it together. And then when things are just, I don't know, life is just constantly beating me down, I don't know how much I can take. I mean, I have considered blowing my brains out for a lot less, but honestly, come on, like... Just give me a second, let me just evolve these 3 and I'll just start talking about what happened. So I wasn't going to play this regardless yesterday. There were 2 reasons for that. One of them became like completely pointless as to the reason why I didn't play this yesterday. And by the way, I'm not doing background music because I didn't have time to worry about that. Oh my god, all of these are family of 4. That's a shame. Alright, so, 2 reasons. Yesterday, what day is it today? Saturday? My friend is going on a trip to Cuba tomorrow on Sunday, so yesterday on Friday, we wanted to hang out one last time before he goes on a trip. The plan was, like, 4 of my friends, they hang out at one of their basement for the day, and then at nighttime they come over to my place to chill in the basement once again. So that would have been the reason why I didn't play anything yesterday night. Now, those plans got scrapped very last minute. And here's what happened. Here's why I'm so on edge right now. Like this is very potentially dangerous. I am ready to kill someone if I have to. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but if that is the case, then God help that person. Alright. Let me just tell you flat out what happened. And then I will explain what happened. So long story short, yesterday, my dad's car got stolen. We were getting ready to leave work. My dad went to the parking lot to, you know, get his car to go home. He noticed his car was missing. So, the whole family, because I work with my entire family, we work together. My whole family, we were kind of in a panic. Like, what happened to the car? So we had to stay at work to figure out where the car went. And because... Now, I should also lay down some background knowledge. Wait. No, some pieces of info. So, my family has 2 cars. My dad drives 1 car, and my mom drives 1 car. We have 2 cars. So, typically, my dad drives his car, my mom and sister drive that other car. And because my sister is very lazy all the time, what happens is I go to work with my parents in the morning, and then whenever my sister decides to wake up, she takes the other car to work. So typically, we take 2 cars to work. Is it unnecessary? Yes, very much. So yesterday, my parents went out to work first. They drove my dad's car. And then my sister and I, we went afterwards. Wait, hold on. We were gonna use someone else today. Nope. So, 2 cars. By the time that my sister and I, we got to work, we parked next to where my dad parked. So, by the time we got to work, my dad's car was still there. Even during work, my mom took her car out to go do some stuff, and by the time she got home, by the time she got back to work, say 1:30-ish in the afternoon, my dad's car was still there. So then, around 6 o'clock to 6:30, we were getting ready to leave. Because we have 2 cars, my dad was going to leave first. He was going to take his car take his car home first. And then my mom, my sister, and we take the second car, and then the 3 of us go home. As my dad was leaving work, he went out to the parking lot. He noticed that his car was gone. So he came back into the mall, into the store, told us the car was gone. So we had to stay back. We had to figure out what happened to the car. Because throughout the day, my dad didn't take his car out. Again, I should say. When I'll talk about what we think happened afterwards. But so we told mall security. They looked up security footage outside the mall, and we saw very clearly this black car drove up, circled around the parking lot a couple of times. Like, this was very much a planned theft. It wasn't just a random carjacking, it was a planned theft. So there were two douchebags inside of some who knows what car. Well, actually, I'm not going to disclose the brand of the car. Ah, fuck it, I will. They were driving an Acura car. So they circled around the parking lot a couple of times. I guess just to make sure the coast was clear. And then, unfortunately, from how the security camera was positioned, we could not get a good view on the license plate, nor good looks at their faces. And because of where my dad parked in the parking lot, it was quite far from where the camera was. So we couldn't even make out the person from the car, well, getting out of the car and getting into my dad's car and just driving away. We could vaguely see it. We can see the car go missing in the footage and just drive away. But the footage didn't capture it clearly. So there's not much evidence to work with there. We couldn't get a clear license plate of the pricks who took the car. And we couldn't see the faces of them either. So the security footage showed it very clear. Two dickheads rolled up in their car. At least two. We don't know if there were more than two, but at least two. One person got out the car, got into my dad's car, and just drove it away. And the security footage said this happened around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And of course we didn't know. We could not have possibly guessed that this would happen. So by the time we started to leave work around 6, the car has been long gone. At least 3 hours of it being gone. So any chances of getting this car back is beyond 0. So we told mall security, and you know, we had to call the cops. I called the cops for the second time in my life, this time actually meaning to call the cops. And we told the officer everything. We showed the footage. We gave them a copy of the security footage. I'll be honest, I don't expect the police to do much. I doubt they're gonna go out of their way just to find who stole this car. And I highly doubt that I highly doubt that the cops would do this sort of stuff without us telling them and giving them the idea. So, first of all, let me tell you guys what my family suspects happened and why the car was stolen, or rather how. You guys know that modern day cars now, we don't really need like a physical key, like the type of key that we actually have to stick into the car and turn on the car. We just have some sort of key with us, and once the key is inside the car detects it, and then you can just turn it on. So you need the key with you to turn on the car. What we believe happened was this. So, my dad, he dropped off my mom to work, and then my dad went out for a bit. What he went to do was he went to go get I believe it's called like a security check, security certificate, some sort of safety check. Because this car currently was on lease. So he wanted to buy the car again. But before you can do that, you need to get the car checked out. Get it checked out for safety, for security, for maintenance, get it just checked out. So that's what we believe happened. He went to this not even this like shady third-party place to get this done. He went to like an actual reputable establishment. I don't know if it's you know, big anywhere else in the world, but I believe the place is called like Green Plus Ross. I never heard of it before, but regardless, he went there to get this stuff done, and the people there, they told him, yeah, it's in perfect condition, nothing's wrong with it, it is flawless. So maybe some crooks there got the idea, like, this car is actually really good, we should take it. So, you know, when you get that stuff done, you need to leave the key with them. so that they can actually unlock and open your car to go in and examine. So what we believe might have happened was, when we gave them the key to get this sort of maintenance check, they made a copy of the key. Because, you know, every car has their own unique key nowadays. Every key has a different frequency that the car responds to. That way the car doesn't, you know, activate with another car of the same brand. Another car key, I should say. So maybe they copied the key. So what? So perhaps that's what happened. So the car is gone. The car got stolen. Thankfully, there was nothing important in nothing of value in the car, I should say. You know, cell phone, wallets, other stuff that of value. None of that was in the car. Only concerning thing now is the fact that, you know, some car, you have certain paperworks in the car, like maybe the car registration. Now, that scares us right now because that has our address on it. So now the whole family is on edge. Are these dicks going to, you know, like, they have our address now. They know where we live. Which is why, like I said at the beginning, I'm prepared to kill if I must. But I have no remorse. You know, you really don't think these things... Of course these crimes, these terrible things happen in the world, but you just never expect it to happen to you. I certainly never expected my car to get stolen. Like, well, not my car, but my family's car, so in a way, my car. I certainly never expected that, but it happened. Now, my family lost a freaking car. You know, it's not like we lost a watch. It's not like we lost an earring. It's a car. And what makes me the most mad, what makes me the most furious out of all of this, is that these scumbags got away with it. That's what pisses me off the most. The fact that they actually got away with it. There's like no evidence we can use to actually figure out who these douchebags were. Security footage won't help us. There wasn't any evidence left behind. You know? Only thing I can think of is, by God's miracle, we actually find the car and they were stupid enough to leave their fingerprints on it. But even that's a stretch. This car is long gone by now. It could have been stripped for parts, it could have been exported overseas. God knows. Only God knows what happened to this car. And even if we do find the car, I highly doubt my family would, you know, just take it back and use it again, because who knows what could have been done. A bomb could have been put into it. They could have put some sort of tracking on it. Even if we find the car, I don't think it's safe for us to use it again. So as if the potential of any sort of paperwork being in the car listing out our address isn't scary enough, what else hit me is that the dash cam. My dad's car has a dash cam in it. They can take the micro USB out of it. They could stick it into a computer and see footage of where we've been. They can see where we go, like our pattern, like where we often go. They can see where we work, where we live, where we often go to, like what our habits and routines are. Now, some of my friends have been telling me I'm a little too paranoid. Chances of them, you know, coming and invading your house are pretty slim. But I can't not consider that. I can't just think the criminals got what they wanted. They got the car. We can move on. I can't think that. They have this They have this information. I can't not think about this as a possibility. And that's why I say, if they come to my house, I will kill them. Absolutely no holding back. I will kill these guys. You know, I've said this before. You guys have heard me say this before. I've never killed anyone yet. And I say yet because this is a long lifetime. You know, say I die by old age. 80-ish years average is a long time. And it is a dangerous world. It's only getting crazier. I do not expect to live out this entire lifetime without at some point having to defend myself and kill someone. Now, I say that as in, I expect not to do that. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed. I could be lucky enough to live this full life and not have to do that. But I don't expect that. With how dangerous and crazy this world is, I expect at some point someone is going to threaten me or my family, and that person's gonna die. And I am prepared for that. So let me just say this: if in the near future I stop playing anything, I stop uploading, it's either because I've been killed, or I'm going to be sent to jail for killing someone. Because I'm sure with how flawed the legal system is, even if it is self-defense, I'm sure I'll be evicted somehow. Evicted, is that the right word? Anyways. No, it is not. The dashcam is not connected to our phones. We have no way to track this car. We have nothing to track this car with. Hold on. And you know, of course this sucks. My whole family is affected now. The car is gone. We lost a car. The entire car, it's gone. Man, I was just starting to learn how to drive that car too. And you know, like I said, we reported this to the police. I don't think they're gonna do shit. Sure, they'll put this into the reports, but you know, a car theft, with how common that is not gonna be on the top of their priorities. They got other things to deal with. When I called the cops, it took them an hour to get to us. This is not a priority to them. They have other things to deal with. There's like actual robberies, there's violence happening. A car theft is on the bottom of their concerns. They ain't gonna do anything. Oh, come on. And I disconnected. It's getting too heated, that's why I disconnected. Now I just have to restart, reconnect, re-burp. I don't even know what causes a disconnect too. Everything, the whole setup doesn't move. Nothing, none of the wires get touched. Hey, let's try this again. Well, that doesn't make me feel better. The color's still on red. Oh, nope, now it's not. Now it's back to green. Okay, I think I see I'm back. Yeah, I'm back now. And you know what really, really sucks? Like, if only this was an action movie, but no, it's real life, and real life is terrible. If only there was a way I could hunt down these scumbags, and I could kill them. But legally, I can't do that. Legally, I can't figure out who these guys are, and I can't kill them. Like, why not? Why can't I kill these guys? The planet's not gonna miss them. They clearly aren't doing anything to contribute to society. Like I said, there's no evidence to figure out who these guys are. I didn't even finish my thought earlier. I don't expect the cops to do stuff like this. I doubt they're gonna go into street camera footage, like see where my dad's car left, from it getting onto the road to the route it went to where it ended up. I doubt the cops are gonna like look at the street footage and figure out where it went. The cops ain't gonna do that. And that place that, okay, I'll read this first. If it makes you feel any better, my dad's ID was stolen / faked. We eventually caught the guy. That's the only reason we know. I'm sure that sucks, too. I don't know why I thought about this, but yeah, I thought about identity theft while this was happening for some reason. I thought about that Family Guy scene where James Woods stole Peter's identity. Why am I talking about this? I don't know why I thought about identity theft during this. I guess I was just thinking about all the different crimes and thievery people could do. Now, you know what? Let me finish my thought first. And I also don't expect the cops to do this. That place I said my dad went to get the maintenance check or whatever, that Green and Ross place, I doubt the police are going to do like an investigation there, because it's just our suspicions that's what happened. Maybe some of the employees there went rogue and they decided to steal this car. Maybe someone, like, that's our only leading theory on who could have done it or what the cause was. Literally after we got home, the police even called us back. The officer called us back and said, that car that I didn't even see this one here. That car that we saw in the footage that stole your car, maybe keep an eye out, like, if it appears in your neighborhood or not. Because we don't know how long they've been following you. So there's a chance they've been following you since you left your house. We don't know. Like, this was a strategic, planned out attack. It wasn't just, you know, what you imagine, some crooks with ski masks coming over to a car with a crowbar and just, you know, cranking open the door. No, these guys drove around the parking lot a couple times just to, like, scout out the area. From the security footage, they parked next to my dad's car. One guy got out the car. From what we can see, he went back into his own car, and then he got into my dad's car and just drove it away. This is certainly something I never expected to have to deal with in my life. You know, out of every car in the parking lot, they had to take ours. You know, I don't wish this on anyone, but, like, I certainly don't wish this on myself. You know, there were fancier cars in the parking lot they could have taken, but no, they decided to take our car. How much more time do I have? 9 minutes. It's okay. He's willing to give me a boost now, so goodbye, 9 minutes. I don't know. Oh, we can't move. That might be an overreaction. You know, and moving's not an easy thing to do anyways. You know, we can't just suddenly decide, let's move houses, and just bam, it works out. We gotta talk to a realtor, which, lucky for us, we have friends in that field. I'm going into that field eventually. A couple years from now, but eventually. We have to talk to someone, we have to figure out where houses are for sale, we have to see if we can afford the house as well, which we cannot. If we just lost a car, of course we can't afford to buy a new house. Yep, we let our... I don't know if my dad let our neighbors know yet, but that's the plan. My friends even told me, like, chances of them breaking into your house are slim because our house key wasn't in the car, and I told them, has lack of a house key ever stopped burglars? Has that ever been an obstacle for them? They can easily just break through a window and enter. No, I do not. We're getting that installed. Now that we're on Edge, we're getting security systems installed. Yep, that's the plan, getting a security system. Wait, what am I doing? See, if people broke into my house, that's not the important thing. Like, if they come in, steal a bunch of shit, like, yes, that's unfortunate. Yes, we don't want that to happen. But if that happens, that's not the important thing. The important thing is... Oh, whoops. The important thing is my family's safety. And, wrong thing. What am I doing? The important thing is my family's safety. And because my family's at work all day, the thing I'm more concerned about is the safety of my dogs. Because we have 2 dogs at home. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. If one day I come back home from work, I see the house has been broken into, the whole place is ransacked, and my dogs are dead, I think I'm gonna just blow my brains out. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this life. I'm out of here. Well, like I said, I have considered blowing my brains out for a lot less. You know, there's scenarios where I could just, you know, take myself out the picture if it gets too much. My whole family's gone. I have nothing left to live for. I'm taking myself out. There's no point anymore. I'm sorry to all my friends if that were to happen. But you guys will get by. You guys will live your whole life if I'm gone. Why my whole family gone? Well, let's just say this. Like if my family's dead and I'm the only one left, then like what's the point? Like I got no skills to take care of myself. I can't make money. I can't pay for rent, food, all that stuff on my own. There would also factor in the survivor's guilt. Well, I'm just saying, hypothetically. That is, like, worst case scenario. But you'd be crazy if I didn't consider, like, what could possibly happen in this lifetime where I'm just like, nope, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. Of course I've considered that. And you know, this is something else I've considered too. And yeah, I've thought about this from time to time. But I especially thought about this yesterday. Just grabs those ADP systems where they alert you if they detect something. Yep, that my family's discussing it. We're thinking about what kind of security system to get. But I've thought about this, you know. I want to have kids one day. I want to be a father one day. But I've really thought about, like, is it really a good idea to bring a child into this world with how crazy it is? How unpredictable and cruel it is? Is it really such a good thing to burden a kid by bringing a kid into this world? Of course I've thought about that. I mean, of course I'm too young to think about having kids right now, but eventually. And I really thought about that yesterday too. Like, I want kids one day, but I have to think. If this actually happened to me, what else could possibly happen? What other worst case scenario could happen? Well, that's just it. We don't know where the story could play out. The car was stolen, yes, but could this lead to a house invasion? Could this lead to someone I love getting killed? Now that is like the very much thinking like worst case scenario. But I can't rule out those possibilities. I have to think to myself too, if I was a parent, would I be able to protect my kid from this world? And knowing me, the answer would be a flat no. At least not at this stage of my life. Maybe a decade from now where I'm older, maturer, more grizzled and, you know, more, I guess, broken down by life experience, then maybe. But like I said, this is thinking way too ahead. Like, I'm not having kids anytime soon. Once again, let's just put it, if my sister right now doesn't have kids, I don't expect to have kids until whatever age she does. If my sister doesn't have kids by, say, 30, I don't expect to have kids until 30. So let's just say that. Very protective of my belongings. See, that's the thing, too. Like I said, the most important thing is the safety of my family. If burglars come in, they take stuff, they take the TV, they take my gaming consoles, they take my amiibos. Yes, that would suck, but if it's that or my family's safety, of course I'll go for my family's safety. While, yes, expensive as shit, I can replace those amiibos. I can replace all the other stuff. But once again, burglars come in, I will protect. Wait, what? I will use deadly force if I have to, let's say that. Man, maybe now's not the time to be joking about this stuff. Like, am I willing to die to save my family? Absolutely. Am I willing to die for my friends? Of course I am. My life ain't got nothing going on anyways. I mean, for God's sake, look at what I'm doing right now. I'm playing freaking Pokemon and shiny hunting for something that ultimately is not worth my time. Like, there ain't shit happening in my life. So if it means using deadly force to protect my family, and I have to lay down my life without hesitation. Hey, think about this. I will see those dicks who stole my car in hell, and I will kick their ass down in hell. Like, I am so furious that they actually got away with it too. They won. They got what they wanted, and they got away with it. Even if, say, next week, on the news, I see the cops busted these... That wasn't even close to me. The cops busted these car burglars who stole a bunch of cars. I won't know if it's them or not. Like, I have no proof of my own to say, yeah, those guys were the one who stole my car. And they got caught. Great. I don't know if it's them or not. Am I, though? Am I really taking this personally, though? You know, unless if the news says these car burglars, these car thieves got caught, and they say like a bunch of cars were found, and then one of them actually was our car. But like I said earlier, even if our car is found, for our own safety, we can't use it again. We don't know if it's been bugged, if it has a bomb planted. We don't know what will happen to that car. Even if we find it again, we can't use it. The only thing we can do now is deal with it and move on. So what we're doing right now is I can't even say working with the police to do this. They ain't doing anything. Then again, it's only been one day. We're talking with the insurance company. Well, we're trying to, because it's a weekend right now, and turns out Monday is a holiday, which I didn't even know about. Monday is family day. So the insurance company is going to be closed that day. So the earliest we can get in contact with them is Tuesday. And today is Saturday. Yes, I see your messages there. So what we believe is the only thing that the insurance company can pay us back for, they're not going to pay us back for the whole car. Like, let's be honest here. Something about they can pay us back for what was in the car. So you may ask, what was in the car? Like I said, nothing valuable or important, thankfully. No house keys, no wallets, no phones, none of that. What was in the car, though, was a set of winter tires, which sucks, because those are expensive. My dad said those were like $2,000. Those set of winter tires were like $2,000. Which, once again, as long as the family's safe, then it's fine. Those can be replaced. It sucks, you know, that's $2,000 gone, but what was I saying? You know, just in case, for those who don't know, like, winter tires are a thing. Like, in case people live in somewhere that has no snow, or, you know, kids are too young to realize this. Cars that drive in snow need a separate pair of tires for, like, better traction and less slippage. Slips less on ice. Like, cars need separate tires for snow. If the car was insured, you will get market value on the car in return. See, that's the thing. I don't know any of this stuff. This is all stuff I've been told. I don't even know what market value means. So from what I could gather, the only thing that the insurance company will pay for us is, I don't know, maybe the tires? My sister said something like they would calculate or take a guess at how much mileage the car has or has left. Something along those lines and pay us accordingly to that. I don't know what that means. The thing is, too, we can't even be too sure how long to be paranoid for. We could go like a year without seeing any suspicious car drive up to our house. We could go 2 years, or we could go just a week. Like, how long do we have to be paranoid for? Like I said earlier, the dash cam footage can be used to check out our routines, like where we often go. Do we have to keep an eye out for someone keeping an eye on us everywhere now? Do we just have to keep an eye out for when we're at home in our driveway? I should also mention this, the driveway. Well, not my driveway. I should mention this as well. The exact same thing happened to one of my dad's friends last week. When this happened to my dad yesterday, he literally told me the same thing happened to his friend last week. His friend went to go take the car into the shop to do something. I don't remember. Maybe it was the same thing for a security check, a maintenance check. And his car got stolen as well. The scary part is, his car didn't get stolen while he was at work. He said his car was stolen in his driveway. They came to his house and they stole his car in his driveway. This is a dangerous world we live in. It's full of evil, full of cruelty. And that's why I do not expect to live this whole lifetime without having to kill someone at some point. Do I want that to happen? No. No, I do not. Am I prepared for that to happen? Yes. Name of the place? It was like Green Plus Ross. I never heard of it before, but turns out it's like a reputable establishment. And that's another thing too, like I can't finish my thoughts. I have so much running through my head right now. I doubt the police would launch an investigation of that place without us letting them know of the idea. You know, unless, because I wasn't thinking clearly when I was talking to the police. I was telling him everything I knew, not everything that, you know, we could possibly do. So I didn't think of the idea of letting the officer know, hey, we went to this place, we suspect this may have happened because of this, maybe launch an investigation there. I didn't think of that! So I doubt the police are going to think about that themselves if I don't give them that idea. You know, I typically don't trust the police, and I still don't. Because I really don't think they're going to get anything solved here. Sure, they have a report. They have this stuff on file now. They have evidence, but are they going to do anything? I doubt it. Not because they're lazy, but because I don't think they have enough to get anything done. Like I said, the security footage did not show a clear license plate, did not show the faces of the guys. I don't think they have enough. That too, it's a non-violent offense. Like they're not gonna go out of their way to find these guys and arrest them. Like I said, the police have more important things to do, like actual violent offenses. And even like I said earlier, when I called the cops, it took them an hour to get here. Had it been an emergency though, had someone been shot and dying, had we been robbed at gunpoint. Oh, the cops would be there in, I don't know, 5 minutes? Maybe? But because this was, you know, no one was hurt, no one is being threatened, there's not an immediate emergency, they took an hour to get to us. And yes, that's how the system worked. It's a very flawed system, but it's the system we work off of. I searched it up. There was one other instance of stolen money and vehicles at Green plus Ross. It depends on which one you went to. I'm not going to disclose that one. I don't think my dad's friend went to Green and Ross. That too, limited number of cops. So, with all the reasons I just listed, plus probably more, I don't expect the cops to really do anything here. So currently what we're doing is we're, you know, securitying up the house. We are waiting to discuss with the insurance company on, you know, what to do from there. It might have been the tires. I don't know. From what I gathered, because I'm not too sure of these details myself. I wasn't too sure if the tires were in the car, but according to my dad, they were. Literally nowhere else to put them. Well, we could. I don't know if my dad went to take them off his car, like why he had it in his trunk. I guess because winter's not over yet. I don't think so. It was raining, ice rain, only a couple days ago. So we still need those winter tires. So I don't know why they were off. New set, perhaps? I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. Unfortunately, what's done is done. The car is gone, and we have to deal with it. You know, this just adds a lot of headache, a lot of paranoia, a lot of unnecessary work for my family. Now, the whole family's on edge. The whole family is, you know, well, lack of better terms, in a bad mood. You know, we never expected this to happen. Who could have possibly expected this to happen? My dad certainly didn't expect to get his car maintenance check or whatever, and for him to be followed and robbed. We certainly didn't expect that. No, there was no garage door opener, there was no house key, nothing valuable like that in the car. Absolutely nothing else was in the car. Besides maybe, you know, the car's registration and stuff like that, like some paperwork. But aside from that, nothing important. You know, there were a couple of special coins in that car, which now I'm not going to get back. For those who don't know, I collect coins, so that sucks. But, you know, it was like $2.50 worth of coins in that car, so it's like, whatever. I can live without that. Can't really get in with the registration. Well, you know what they can get in with, though? A rock to the window. And that's why... Oh yeah, real subtle. Man, do they seem like they were subtle when they robbed the car? They literally just drove up, parked next to my dad's car, got in, and just drove away. Man, what sucks is, like, the angle that the camera was pointing to didn't really get a good shot. It was, honestly. Security footage showed the time. It was less than 5 minutes. They got in, they got out. I mean, I guess that was kind of subtle. But it's like, they didn't really need to do anything. If they made a copy of the key, they just open the car, turn the car on, and just drive away. There's not much they need to do. It's not like in ye olde days where you need to actually break into the car. Most cars are electric. I almost said electronic. Most cars are electric now, yep. You can use some tech gizmos. I literally just watched Mudahar's video on the Flipper Zero and how that could be used to rob cars. I literally just watched that. I guess I'll link it down below for anyone who's curious what I'm talking about. Like, I literally just watched that video. That thing can also be used as an amiibo, but I'm not about to spend $300 on that. I don't know why my mind went to this, but I just thought back to those two guys who stopped me in the mall just to complimented my shoes to get my attention, told me I had divine purpose. Is this the divine purpose you religious nuts have in mind for me? Oh yeah, God loves me so much. He gets my car stolen. Thank you, Lord. You know, it's reason like this why I've rescinded, like why I've renounced religion. How can this stuff be allowed to happen? If there is some higher being up there and he lets this happen, man. Like, really? Do I need to say more? And let's be honest. This crime was not that bad. I say not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. Like, no one was hurt. Nothing. Well, yeah, no one was hurt. Let's just say that. You know, there wasn't some big shootout that got a lot of casualties. You know, in terms of crimes, I guess this wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. They could have, instead of stealing the car, they could have came in the mall and just lit it up. They could have aired out the mall. Let's say that. I'm considering that. Keep a trackable device in the car, I've considered that. But it has to be small and discreet. You know, it also has to be a device that can work in the harsh weathers. Super cold winters and extremely hot summers. Device can't freeze and shut down or overheat and melt. And then there's also the issue of, like, battery life. Like, do I have to take it out and plug it into the wall to charge every now and then? Or does it plug in the car? Just buy a stalker that says the car is tracked. We're gonna deal with all this. We're gonna think about all this. Like, we're gonna think about ways to protect the house, track the next vehicle we have. Like, we're gonna consider all this stuff now. Yes, you could say we were the foolish ones for not having this stuff prepared in advance. But hey, we were blissfully ignorant to this ever possibly happening to us. You know, this is stuff that you see in movies, but you just never expect it to happen to you in real life until it really does happen. Like, we got GTA'd in real life. You don't expect that to happen. Of course it does happen in real life. It sucks that it does. But you just don't expect it to happen to you. There's so many people out there, it's a very slim chance that it happens to you. Until it does happen. We live in a pretty safe neighborhood, not gonna lie. Well, there's that too. That's why I say we were blissfully, whatever. Blissfully, whatever. We were ignorant. Literally in the burbs. Well, I literally just told you. Not only did my car get stolen, but like I said, my dad's friend's car got stolen as well. And they went up to his driveway to steal the car. They went to his house and took the car. Burbs my ass. Safe neighborhood my ass. People actually do this. People will actually go to your house, your driveway, and just take the car from you. Anyways, I couldn't. So my friends were, yeah, well, you were one of them. My friends were planning to come over yesterday night just to chill before our friend leaves for a trip. And I had to tell them last minute, like right as I was leaving work. I'm sorry guys, maybe not tonight. My dad's car got stolen. So of course I couldn't hang out with my friends, and they're like, you saying you don't feel safe walking in your neighborhood? Not anymore. I don't know, I could get some unwanted visitors at my doorstep. I could, you know, experience a drive-by when I'm just walking down the street playing Pokemon Go. I don't know what can happen anymore. Damn, bro, you missed the entire story. I haven't even checked my time yet. 2.5 minutes left. Long story short, my car got stolen. Or more specifically, my dad's car got stolen. It's a crazy world out there. Like, saying how nice, polite, and kind Canada isn't gonna cut it anymore. Yep, that's the issue too. Strict gun laws. And you know what? Hello. There we go. That's partially, you know, the reasons why, like if I defend my house and I have to kill in self-defense, I'm probably still gonna get arrested in some way. Strict gun laws still did indeed take another person's life. I will probably be arrested one way or another for simply defending my house. Like, the system is flawed, but it's still the system we work with. I highly doubt if I were to show up in a court of law for killing a dozen men who were trying to break into my house. Yeah, I don't think the jury will say innocent. Well, you don't know. You say pretty sure, but you don't know. They stole a car. They could have been armed. Like, we don't know, and we can't know, so we can't assume that they weren't. Like, what if they were caught? What if for some reason I had a premonition of this happening? I just stood there waiting in the parking lot. They had to have prepared to possibly be caught. Whether a, you know, a hand-wielding blade weapon or a firearm, they had to have been prepared. And I can't rule out the fact that if they were not... Wait, what? If they were or not. You know, I have to think, too. If I was armed... my sandwich is done, by the way. If I... Damn, no shinies with that sandwich. This is a tough shiny hunt. Hypothetically, if I was armed and a bunch of burglars were invading my house, what would I do? Well, first of all, I would shoot without remorse. I would kill first, ask questions later. Literally, a friend told me earlier today, like, if this does happen, like, shoot for the legs. Shoot for the hands. Make sure they, you know, can't do anything. They can't fight back. And I'm just like, yeah, but if they're armed and they're shooting me back, that's kind of not an option. Now, if they were not armed, I would still probably shoot them in the feet to render them immobile. Then again, I'm sure the law would, you know, put me in for that as well. Something like, I don't know, usage of firearm without being provoked, without it being necessary. I'm sure there's a law out there somewhere that'll put me in the slammer for that. Now, what I can't go for is the kneecaps, because someone can easily bleed out if they're shot in the kneecaps. Like, if the person's surrendering and I still pop the knees, well, for sure, I'm going to prison at that point. Use a long bar and whack them in the head. Yeah, I'll Negan them. You don't know what that means because you didn't watch the show. I mean, trust, I would. If I had a good position, a good opening, baseball bat in my hand, I would take one nice, hard swing right to the dome. Yes, I am going a bit too far. I'm thinking... Oh yeah, that too. Arms and legs are smaller targets. And if I'm being shot at as well, I cannot aim for those. Like, I should not purposely aim for those. And pistols are not accurate at longer ranges. Like, if both parties are exchanging bullets, then both parties are shooting to kill. Let's say that. If you do happen to be sent to jail, we won't judge you for it. Society will. The law will. Police will. Like I said, all of this is hypothetical. Hopefully this stuff doesn't play out, but, you know, I have to mentally prepare. Okay, he said he can't do another boost. Yeah, he knows. I told him. He knows what happened. Well, I can try encounter. Well, when stuff like this happens, I kind of... Can you really blame me for jumping the gun? Is this right? Yeah, this is the right sandwich. Where's Ghana? Man, that sucks too. You know, sentimental value-wise, that car is gone. This is not good music to be having while saying this stuff. Like I said, the chances of getting that car back is beyond 0. And even if we do get the car back, it wouldn't be safe for us to drive anymore. Oh, look at that! My face glitched. Let's have hope for YRP. What's a YRP? Oh. Never mind. I know what YRP is. Never mind. Yep, so now we have to look into what to do next in terms of another car. You hear that barking? That's probably the delivery I was going to do. But because my sister came home, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna do this instead. Tell you guys about my car getting stolen. Hey, a lot can happen in one day. If not already shipped off, then it's on its way. It's probably in a container, on a boat, on the water right now. Or it's about to set off. It could be. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat. Don't containers get shipped off by boat? By ship? Shipped off by ship. Well, there's no use thinking about what could have happened to the car. Technically, it's not our car anymore. That thing is gone. Container airplanes? That's a thing? No, that's not a thing. Is it a cargo plane? I suppose. Like, why wouldn't it be a thing? No, containers are way too big and heavy for that. You know something? This is off topic. Something I never knew how it works. How are cruise ships put on the water? Are cruise ships just built on top of water? Is there like an enormous hangar somewhere where people build a cruise ship on? Or in? Not a hangar, but like a port. Some sort of docking port. A giant one where people build a cruise ship inside of. Because I tell you what, I've never seen like a dozen helicopters flying a cruise ship into the water. So I don't know how cruise ships get onto the water unless they're built on the water. But that's off topic. They just drop it. That'll make one tsunami-sized wave splash. They build it next to the ocean. They just slide it into the water. That doesn't sound safe. If they were to build it on top of the water, I don't imagine how they would prevent it from sinking. But then again, a cruise ship weighs God knows how many tons. Like something that heavy, not sinking is already amazing enough. Science, math, other stuff. Anyways, that's all off topic. Well, what's done is done. The car is gone. We have to deal with it. We just have to move on with our lives. Now, tell me if this is a good or a bad idea, but, you know, learn from mistakes. Learn from experiences. So anything that was, thankfully, nothing valuable or important was in the car. But tell me if this is a good or bad idea. So some things you do keep in the car, like the car registration. Is it a good idea? This might not be convenient or practical, but is it a good idea? Every time you leave the car, you take it with you. And then when you come back to the car, well, you still have it on you. Like, it's just something that you always have on you, like your phone. Like your phone or your wallet. Every time you leave the car, you just take it with you. Like, truly, if your car does get stolen, nothing is in the car. Absolutely nothing. Now, that's, like I said, that's not convenient or practical. No, it's not a good idea. You might forget. Well, just make it a habit to not forget. Like I said, your phone or your wallet, you would not forget those. Put it somewhere with stuff that you know you won't forget. I don't know. If you work and you need a briefcase to have paperwork, put the... Well, then again, you might lose that briefcase. I was about to say, if you work with a briefcase that has a bunch of paperwork you need for work, put the registration in that, but you might lose the briefcase. I know it's not that simple. It's just a nothing idea thrown out there. Oh yeah, I've done that. I've forgotten my house key before. Not inside the car, but like, you know, leaving the house. Like, where's my keys? Oh right, it's still in the house. I can't lock the door without them. Yep, I've done that too. Lost my phone in my hand. Where's my hand? Where's my hand? Where's my phone? Oh, it's in my hand. Where's my hand? Where's my hand? I'm watching my phone in my hand. Where's my hand? Oh, it's under my hand. Under my phone. That's where my hand is. Where is my hand? I wish at the throats of whoever stole my car. I keep saying my car. It's technically my dad's car, but by extension, my car as well. Like it's the whole family's car. It affects all of us. You know, I was just learning to drive that car. I was eventually going to drive that car. Great, now we have to get a new car, and now I have to learn how to drive another vehicle. You know, that was my concern when I was just starting to learn how to drive. I get used to the vehicle I'm practicing in. Then I'm going to have to get used to driving the cars that we actually have our own. Like it's another learning process of how to operate a different vehicle. Well, now we have to get a whole new car, and now I have to learn how to drive a different car. And not just me, my dad too. Like, I am just still so mad that they got away with it. And there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do to find whoever these dicks are. Nothing I can do to, you know... Well, I can't legally kill them. But not only does it make me so mad that they got away with it, but it was so simple. Security footage showed they just got in and drove away in about 5 minutes. That's all it took. That's what makes me so mad. It was just so easy for them. They just came to the parking lot, took the car, and just drove away with it. And just like that, they won. I was absolutely clueless. My whole family was clueless because we couldn't have expected the car to get stolen. Well, what am I gonna do? Steal one of their cars? And you know, like, I haven't experienced this in a long time. I haven't experienced a high level of stress like I did yesterday when calling the cops. Because, you know, when I was a little hesitant to call the cops, because, you know, you hear all this stuff about idiots abusing the 911 system, and that's actually a crime. So, I'm paranoid, like, I don't know, could they there's no way of this happening, but in my mind, I'm just like, could they possibly blame me for just even calling 911? Huh? Pre-workout? What? Well, I'm so angry, I'm gonna go get ripped just to kick their ass, just to tear them apart. Like, this is motivation to pump, is that what you're saying? You know, I probably passed by so many shiny Igglybuffs and I haven't even noticed. Honestly, I don't care. I don't want a shiny Igglybuff. That's not what I'm going for. If I find one, I'll catch it. It's pre-workout. It's motivation. I have not seen a shiny Fido yet, at least I don't think so. Nor a shiny Happiny. Man, do my friends believe me now when I say, like, when I tell them I'm too busy to even consider dating this year? I got so many movies coming out to watch this year, so many TV shows, so many good games coming out this year as well. I got a freaking exam to do in June, and then this stuff happens. Like, do you guys believe me now when I say I'm just... I ain't got no time to be worried about dating this year? Out of everything I just said, this is the, well, aside from the exam, this is the only other valid point. And what sucks is that exam still doesn't even have a date yet. Like a concrete date. It just says sometime in June and like date TBD. It literally says TBD. I got like a board exam to do in June. Well, maybe not you guys, but some of our other friends do. And I didn't even say this yet, but I very much appreciate you, bud. Like, I hope you know that. You actually texted me. What time did you text me last night? You may have been drunk, so I don't know if you remember. But you texted me last night just to check in on me, just to see like how I'm holding up, because you know, you knew what my family was dealing with last night. So late at night, you texted me like just checking in, and I appreciate that. You gotta find true friends in life, people. You gotta find them brothers. Anyways, how much more time do I have? 16 minutes. I suppose I'll just do these last 16 minutes and I'll call it there for tonight. Yeah, of course you would, but literally no one else did. I guess I know who the true brother is. Blood shit. Well, then again, like I don't blame you because I didn't really tell you. That's right, Mama didn't raise no bitch. So God help whoever invades my house. Mama didn't raise no bitch. And keep in mind too, like, say someone really does break into our house, it won't just be me who has the intent to kill, aside from the burglar. My dad would also be there too. Jesus, has it already been that long? I'm not sure about 18 years. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been. Actually, it could have been 18 years. No, wait. I'm not sure 18. Maybe closer to like 15, I think. But soon. Soon it'll be 18 years, and then before we know it, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. If I'm alive at that point. Has it been 12 years? Well, I know we met previously, but we didn't really talk. And then we reunited in high school, and then we really started talking then. But, like, do you really count those first few years where essentially it was just we knew of each other's existence and that was it? Sword accounts. Eh. Ha! Right, who are you? I've never met you before. Welcome, new viewer. First time chatter. Isn't that XQC? Well, for the next while, I will be paranoid about my house. I'll be constantly checking out the window, seeing if there's a black Acura just driving around, circling the neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, I guess. So yeah, I guess that does count. Why is it always just Rome? Technically nowhere was built in a day. So why do we only always say Rome? I don't know. That doesn't matter. Do you think they'll drive the same car though? I don't know. Some criminals are smart, some criminals are dumb. Well, maybe if they don't drive the same car, I can at least, like, keep an eye out for a different car or just suspicious activity. They just want a refund? A refund for what? And speaking of which, I had a rough day at work today. On top of all this stuff, it didn't help. It really didn't. I had to deal with this, well, this pissed off customer. Stressing me out also, on top of all this. Ask him what? Ask him for what? Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll ask him about that later on. Like, my family's still in the discussing phase, like what to do next. So I guess once we come to a conclusion, we'll go from there. Right, yeah, security system. Man, my heart sank. Like, we were only suspecting the car was stolen. At that time, we didn't know what had happened to it. We suspected the car was stolen. Maybe my dad just parked it somewhere and he just completely forgot. Maybe he's getting old and that happened. Well, we didn't really consider that an option, but what if it was? We didn't know if it was truly stolen or not. So, security pulled up the footage. They showed us. My heart sank the moment I saw our car leave without any of us driving it. And right then and there, it was confirmed. Yes, it was stolen. Who the fuck steals a car like that? Man, I am so mad I got GTA'd in real life. I'm still gonna play GTA, and I'll still rob cars in the game just fine, but... You know, I didn't even get a chance to work out last night when this happened. I just came home, I ate dinner, I just fiddled around and did some other stuff. You know, didn't have time to jerk off. I mean, I was just like, well, first of all, I was falling asleep at work, so I was pretty tired already. And then all this stuff happened. I actually went to bed early for once. Must have been Lamar's fools. But yeah, for once, I actually went to bed early. I just lied there from like 11 p.m. I think. I just lied there for like an hour, wondering like, do I get up and do something, or do I just like go brush my teeth and just go to sleep? Well, that's exactly what I did. I brushed my teeth and I just went to bed. So for the first time, I actually went to bed. I say early, but midnight is still actually considered early for me. When you keep in mind, I sleep at like 2 or 3 a.m. Man, a part of me was thinking we would go to the car dealership this morning to, I don't know, discuss whatever. Man, I even woke up a little bit early, like unprovoked, no alarm. Like I thought we were going to do that, so I just woke up on my own a little bit early. I thought we were gonna go to the car dealership. I could like help myself to the refreshments they offer. Man, there's a McDonald's right next to the car dealership. I could have gone and got me some breakfast, but no, we just went to work. I woke up early for no reason. Because, you know, I don't know about other car dealerships. The one we go to all the time, they have their own, like, little refreshment station. Like, a little lounge. They have, like, a coffee maker and stuff. The other car dealership we go to has, like... Well, the coffee machine they have also has hot chocolate. And that's what I usually get. But that's not the one we could have gone to this morning, which we did not. Instead, at this one, I could have made myself some, you know, ghetto milk tea. Literally just, they have tea packets there. You could just dispense some hot water. And I just grabbed the milk that, the little containers of milk people use to put into the coffee. And the sugar. So I just brew myself some tea, add some milk, put some sugar in there. I just have myself some bootleg milk tea. Man, I ain't had a McWrap from McDonald's in quite a while. Part of me thinks they discontinued the item. But last I checked, when I went to McDonald's at the self-checkout kiosk thing, you know, the thing where you touch the screen and you order it yourself, they had it there. Last time I tried to order it at the cashier, I told him a McWrap. He's like, what is that? I don't think we have that anymore. I'm just like, damn. Really like the McWraps too. I ain't had one in a hot while. Alright, 5 more minutes. What is this shadow? I don't know what that shadow is. I can't look any higher. The big rat. What is this shadow? Looked like a Magnezone. That is a Magnezone shadow. Where is there a Magnezone around here? Ain't no damn Magnezones around here. By the way, as of me playing this, the big raps, I don't know. As of me playing this game has not been updated yet, but there is a new update coming out for this game soon? At some point. Something's being fixed. Ghost Magazine? Ghost Magnezone. Something's being updated is the box system in this game. It is horrendous. So I'm hoping that gets fixed up good. Currently, as of me playing this, we can't check marks in the box. We can't check ribbons in the box. I don't care about that either. And the box is just so slow. They had snack wraps, but make wraps where like, oh yeah, I guess the big wraps then. Another thing that the update said, which is going to be, oh boy, that's gonna be, tough for me, is that to help with game lag, they're going to reduce the number of NPCs and Pokemon spawns. They're going to they're going to reduce the number of Pokemon that spawn on screen to help with the lag. That does not sound good for shiny hunters. Like me. Like what I'm currently doing right now. And I'm going to go this entire stream without a single shiny. I guess that's what I get for hunting this thing off screen. They should add a performance mode for shiny hunters to turn off. They don't even have like a easy or hard mode for players to turn on and off. You think they would actually do a performance mode? See, look, there's so many Iggly buffs on screen. I've probably ran past a shiny Iggly buff here and there and I just didn't notice. Oh well. That's not what I'm hunting right now. You're talking so much, my throat hurts. I talked more in this hour and 42 minutes than I literally did all day. Even at work talking to customers. You know, a friend of mine has a Tesla, and Teslas have this, I don't know how they do it, it has a security system where anyone even gets near the car, it records it. Like this one time, we did that escape room, yeah, sentry mode. We did an escape room, you were there. Literally, the person who owned the car parked next to us, that person was just getting into his own car, and the Tesla recorded it. My friend, one of our friends, he was literally in chat a moment ago. He said that he would be so disappointed in me if we decided to get a Tesla. I'm just like, why? Making Elon richer? And then he said no, because Teslas are useless. He said something like only a handful of years battery life. Which I don't think my family's going to get a Tesla anyways, considering our neighbor's house burned down a couple years ago, and we suspect it was because of a Tesla in the garage. I can't believe that happened so many years ago. Jesus, that happened 5, 6 years ago at this point. Get a Porsche then. After seeing the house built after. Yep, you even saw it too. You saw the before and after for the house. You saw their new house built. It is huge and annoying. They have all these lights up all the time. Sometimes when I go to bed, I see some flashing lights coming through my window. I'm just like, what is that? Is there someone outside? Oh, it's just the neighbor's decorations again. Also, Teslas are kind of ass. Their self-drive sucks. At my current house. And, of course, the sandwich time is over. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it there soon. No shiny tonight. That's a shame. Unless, once again, shiny Igglybuff, and I just walked right past it. Because at your old house near me, where you used to live, a house burned down. Really? When was this? Before or after I moved? If you say it was during high school, then yeah, that would have been after I moved. Way after, okay. Have you started watching Ash's last episodes? Hell no. No, sir, I have not, and I desperately need to catch up on that. Everyone's gonna be done those, and here I come in a year later, like, look, I finally started watching them. Everyone's just gonna be like, starting watching them? Listen, okay? I've kind of had a lot to deal with the past 2 days. Well, yes, there's that too. Look, I tried watching it a couple days ago, but the sketchy website I use, Go Anime. Yeah, it was down, so I couldn't watch it. You know, I don't mean to be nosy, but literally yesterday when my dad's car got stolen, one of our employees, who's a friend of one of my friend's dads. What? One of my friend's dads. One of my dad's friend, a co-worker of ours. He and my dad's friend was, I guess, about to go out to dinner. Then my dad called him, like, my car got stolen. So the two of them came to help us out. So when the security showed us the footage, my coworker gave him the USB, his USB to, put the footage onto, and then he gave me his USB after to, upload all the security footage and evidence onto my computer. And I don't mean to be nosy, but I did notice a file labeled SpyX Family. I can only assume he's watching it too. I didn't want to, bring it up. That way he would know I was nosy, like, hey, I see that file on your USB. Like, I'm watching that too. I didn't want to be like that. So, of course, I didn't bring it up to him. Yeah, if only you would take the other suggestions I gave you. My dad had a coworker who was a One Piece fan. Nice. Is your dad a One Piece fan? As too, like 2/ as well? Man, even though I literally have a shiny Fido, I can never tell which one is. Here, let me show you guys, like, just how annoying this box system is. Look! It takes so long to load. Look at that! Oh, I don't think I have anything in my box 16. Look at how slow this box system is! This desperately needs an update. This game's box system is terrible. And look, if I try to move something... Look how slow it is. Anyways, there's no placeholder either, so you don't even know if anything is... Yep. This box system is terrible. It needs an update desperately. Box system going at the speed of light. I hope you guys remember how good the box system was in previous games. And look! It's terrible! Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna call it there for tonight, because, yeah, that's enough. No shinies tonight, which is a real fucking shame. But I did get 3 off screen, and we saw them evolve right then and there. I promise you guys, I did not evolve them ahead of time just to check. It really was a tense few days. Anyways, I'm gonna call it there for tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there. See ya.